Good evening. Good evening, everyone, and thank you once again for joining us. We know everyone is quite busy, especially when it's summer. We all have 1 or 2 barbecues to attend, but we've been able to sacrifice our time to be here. Thank you for being here, and thank you to Ivan Yengwa. I hope I'm getting that right. Ivan is our guest for today, and he's a CEO and founder of Iwing Market Place. So today we are going to be learning all about Iwing Market Place and also get to know a little bit about Ivan. Good evening, Ivan, and welcome.
Good evening, Karen. Thanks for having me on your platform. I appreciate it.
My pleasure, my pleasure. So we'll just dive right away into our questions. Could you please introduce yourself?
So my name is Ivan Yengia. I'm a Cameroonian, originally from Boya town, the beautiful mountainous city with the kwakoko and banga soup. So yeah, I'm the founder of Iwing Marketplace, and I've been a consultant for more than 20 years now, helping small businesses to market their products and services effectively and to also reduce their cost of operation. So I do pretty much a lot of different things like web design and design marketing strategy for small businesses. I'm also involved with executing most of those strategies that I do design. And over the years, I've realized most of our small businesses have the same common problem, which is how to reach their target customers. So as a result of that, I created Iwing Marketplace to solve the problem. So that's who I am.
Thank you. Fun fact, I also grew up in Boya and Limbe anyway, not only Boya. So I used to eat a lot of kwakoko and kanda sauce.
That's
okay.
Delicacies.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's on my menu for this weekend.
Nice.
So talking about Iwing Marketplace, I was going to ask, that's going to be my second question. Could you tell us a little bit about Iwing Marketplace? Is it a website? Is it a mobile application? And what is it all about?
So Iwing Marketplace is a lot of different things, you know. It's a tool or marketplace that are created to solve many different problems. Like I earlier said, so many people in our community, you know, are doing great stuff. You know, they have their business going on. Some have their side hustle while keeping a full-time job. And, you know, in order to, you know, discover most of these businesses, it's quite difficult, especially to the fact that most of them are not on Google or utilizing Facebook and Instagram, you know, and even sometimes when they're still using those platforms like Google, Facebook, and Instagram. Nowadays, there's a lot of small businesses, so you're not operating in isolation, and you have to, you know, make it easier for customer to find you, because you know the money you want to make, you know, is in people's pocket. So unless they can discover you, then they can use your service or buy your product and give you their money. So Iwing Marketplace is a search engine. People can go to the website and they can go to the app to search for products and services. You know, when you input your parameters, take for example, you are in Maryland and you need a caterer. You know, you just need to input these parameters on Iwing Marketplace, and then some caterers will just appear on your search results. So you can go ahead and look at their various Iwing Marketplace store. And then when you go to their Iwing Marketplace store, you'll be able to see their Instagram, their Facebook, their website, if they have their phone number and description of their business. So, you know, you'll be able to like contact them directly, you know. And one of the most beautiful thing about Iwing Marketplace is that, you know, we showcase businesses, so we give people the opportunity to contact those businesses directly and purchase from them directly, so they can also become like loyal customers to those businesses. So yeah, Iwing Marketplace is a search engine. It's an advertising tool. Advertising tool in that, take for example, like you, Karen, you can be, let's say you can be a hair braider, but it doesn't make you a marketer.
Yeah.
So you still need to consult with people who are in the marketing space for them to really help you to market yourself effectively so you can make good profit out of your skills. So a lot of time, people don't have consultant that they can go to because their services are expensive, and they can't even hire salespeople to be talking about their business. So like Iwing Marketplace is an advertising tool in that once you put your business on the platform, people are able to see you. Just like TV, big companies use TV as an advertising tool or advertising media to reach their customers. Iwing Marketplace also serves that way. And it's also a marketplace, and it's also a directory. So you see, it's many different things, and it's a very powerful tool.
Interesting. Okay, so what was your source of inspiration, or what motivated you to start this business?
Oh, that's a very good question, And yeah, so a lot of time we say passion drives us, right? Yeah, but this is more than passion, I grew up with my mom and dad, working in their small businesses, so I was able to learn a lot when I was still like a teenager, seeing how they're able to operate these businesses. So one of the challenges that I realized is that back in the days, like in the 90s, we were operating around 1993, 1994, when we started a restaurant, there were no internet facilities, So in order for your business to be seen, you need to have a good location. Without that, nobody will be able to see you. So being a consultant, I realized most people don't know how to market themselves effectively. So that passion, that love for marketing, pushed me to create a solution to this problem. And another reason also, I've been blessed to be able to travel to good numbers of countries. So I've seen the way young people are able to survive. Take for example, in Thailand, you have Chatuchak Market, where you see thousands of young Thais coming there to sell their T-shirts or different products and services, And then in New York, where I live, a lot of summer, they'll close down the roads and people will have opportunities to come out and sell their stuff, like a street fair and something. And, this is something that drives me. This is something that gave me that passion, that push to be able to create this marketplace where we can have African businesses also showcasing their businesses at all time of the day, month, year, like 24/7. If you look, most communities, you already see this platform, but I felt like, we're not connected. Each time I go to, let's say, a different country, like in Dubai, it's always difficult to find a platform that you can just easily locate, like the African caterers or fashion designers in Dubai. I mean, even in New York, even in Maryland, even in Asia, even back home, you'll be in Moliko and you may not even know businesses that are in Boyatown or Sopo and stuff like that, because we don't have like a centralized platform like Iwing Marketplace. So those are some of the things that motivated me. There are a lot of them, but these are just some few that I can remember.
Interesting. It's quite interesting to know that you have so many sources of motivation to start this business. One thing I love about entrepreneurship is that as an entrepreneur, you're solving a problem. So it's interesting that there are so many problems that you're trying to solve with Iwing Marketplace. So when I think about Iwing Marketplace, I know it's kind of like an application or a website where businesses are listed. But
Right.
there's one question that comes through my mind. Who is your target audience? Why, when you were building this platform, who came to your mind, or which set of person, which group of person came to your mind as your target audience?
That's another very good question. It shows you've looked at the platform well, and that's really
I,
nice.
I kind of know the platform from Instagram like over a year ago. So
I'm amazed, but you should maybe want to adjust your screen also so we can see you. We just seen only from your,
oh,
yeah,
sorry.
that's better. Right. Come on now. That's nice. Yeah. Right. So, okay, that's too much. That's far down now. We need to see the perfect, perfect.
Okay.
That's keep it
Okay.
there.
Thanks. Thank you for that
Right.
correction.
You're welcome. So initially, when I was creating this platform, right, my mind was to, help so many young African people, like college graduates and people who are involved in, creating stuff like sandals, baskets, uh, handbags, all the stuff. Because if you look at the platform, you see so many categories. You see categories of handmade items. You see categories of virtual assistants. Virtual assistant, be that there are so many people living in the US that can actually pay people back home good amount of money to be their assistant, to help them plan their day, to help them respond to messages, to help them do a lot of small different tasks, even like running their social media. So when I was creating this platform, those are the people that I had in mind. I also had in mind wedding vendors. The wedding space is huge, and they are always in need of vendors, because people will always celebrate
That's right.
wedding or different events. So that's at least 80% of my target. So I was looking at caterers, I was looking at hair braiders and hairstylists, I was looking at makeup artists, I was looking at bartenders, fashion designers, party rentals, where people can rent out different stuff like chairs and, tables for their parties. I was looking at delivery services, because food need to be delivered from point A to point B when people have wedding or different events. You see, so my focus, even though it's a platform that you can get a lot of stuff, but the main focus was to be able to help people find the wedding vendors that they will need. So like if you live from the US and you go to Cameroon, like to Douala or Yaoundé or to Boya or to Bamenda, and you need like a cake decorator, you'll be able to find on Iwing Market Place. Or if you live the US, you go to Ghana, you go to Kenya, or all over Africa, you'll be able to find wedding vendors on Iwing Marketplace, so that you can, book their services, contact them directly and stuff like that. And I think I also had in mind to be able to facilitate businesses between the diaspora and back home. What I thought of is that it can be a platform where people like in Ghana who are into like fashion, designing like dress and stuff like that. In Kenya, in Nairobi, where you have people creating all kind of beautiful sandals, in South Africa, where you have all those jewelries and stuff like that, So when creating this platform, I had in mind that all these people vendors can be listed on the platform. So when people, Cameroonians or other Africans or African Americans, or even Caucasians, can use the platform to, when they travel back home, to identify these vendors so that they can buy these handmade items and sell overseas, make connections that things can be shipped to them and they sell in shops. Because I've seen that in Asia. I used to live in Asia back in the days. There are so many people who leave the US to go and buy handbags and many different things from Thailand, Korea, and China, and even Singapore to sell in the US. So I think I've touched a good part of my target audience, and they pay attention to this. I'm marketing the platform to two categories of people, the entrepreneurs on the one hand, and also people who need to use those.
Need their services.
Yeah, people need to come there and search for them, the entrepreneurs and support. So quite a bit of a task.
Yeah, it is. It is. So what about, say, someone like a doctor? Can they list their business on your marketplace? A doctor, a lawyer, a consultant?
Yeah, of course. There are many different categories for professional services, where you can find medical doctor, you can find lawyers, you can find accountants or CPAs, to help you plan your taxes, help you prepare your taxes. You can find web designers, graphic designers as well. There are lots of options in the categories,
Interesting. Interesting. Can you give us some examples of, oh no, you've already answered that. I wanted to ask about the type of businesses listed on Iwing Marketplace, but you've answered that already, so I'm going to skip that question. How long has the business been in existence, and what has been the success rate so far?
So I've been a consultant for quite some time now, more than 20 years, and I've always had this idea or plan that I need to create a platform, So, but 2016, I actually quit my job in New York and relocated to Nairobi, Kenya, where I started the journey.
Wow.
Yeah, 2016 to build Iwing Marketplace. But before that, I had tried to create a website. I think I call it Support African Diaspora, So I was writing articles and trying to advertise businesses and stuff like that. So I had noticed that there was a lot of traffic. That was from 2014 to 2016. There was a lot of traffic. When I write those articles, people will come to the website. By then I had used just WordPress and it crashed, and all sort of things. So then I realized that, no, I need to reorganize myself. And then I create a platform that, even if there's 1 million people on it at any given time, it's not going to crash, which meant I had to build something from crash, And there are two ways you can do your investment, or you can build a platform, right? You can either learn how to do all the codings you need and do it yourself, or you can either hire people to do it for you, to help you create the platform, because everything is in your brain. So you have to, write it down in a plan, and your designers can follow the plan and create the whole idea that you have. So, I mean, I'm a marketer, I'm a business consultant, I'm a web design, but that's just like basic CSS, JavaScript, and HTML, I love for things to be perfect. So I'm one of those people that when it comes to picking the right people, I'd rather take my time. So when I went to Nairobi, the plan was to see there, because I had started Googling what was going in Nairobi, and I saw there were so many interesting platforms. I don't know if you know about M-Pesa. M-Pesa is one of those platforms that was created in Kenya, where you can transfer money to people's phone. You won't find that anywhere in the world. So luckily for me, my wife was also moving to Kenya during that time. So it was a good opportunity to move there and start the whole project. And I shared it with friends, and people were like, "Are you crazy? You're leaving the US to Kenya and stuff like that." But trust me, it was about time I, make a different move, go out and venture. I'm a risk taker, I'm not afraid to take risks, and I always try to try something. So I know, like, even if it doesn't work, I've given it my best. Right. So I went to Kenya, and, within a short period of time, it took me like 7 months, right, I was able to build my team. I had like 3 young Kenyans who had just graduated from college. And then I created my office, my home office, so they'll come there, and we started playing around. And that's how we started building the platform. And yeah, by 2018, the platform was completed. It was slow because I wanted to, have the Google app and the iOS app together, including the website, before I launch everything. And I had to do a lot of testing, have many people test it, make sure like it's operating well before I could launch it. And when that was done, I think around 2018, I started onboarding people. When I started, I can bet you there were not so many Cameroonians or in the US. Many people were very shy by then. So you have handful of people doing like in Maryland and other states doing like small businesses. Most people like working, they have like a full-time job and stuff like that. But I would assure you that it's been 4 years, the number of businesses that I've seen emerge is wonderful. So many small businesses are now in most of the states, like in Texas and Maryland and New York. And I can say, Iwing Marketplace did inspire so many people, because like along the road of marketing Iwing Marketplace, I was creating a lot of videos, sharing good content and all of that, I mean, it's not only in the US. I mean, even in Cameroon, there are so many young people now that are into entrepreneurship, starting up a business. I have a good number of people that actually travel to, some travel to Ghana, some travel to Nigeria to, learn fashion, makeup, all the stuff. So it's amazing. We have more than 1,000 businesses on Iwing Marketplace platform at the moment. So that's just show you how wonderful it's grown within a short period of time.
Yeah, that's interesting. So for the businesses that are listed, are they mostly Cameroonian-owned businesses, or do you have like different nationalities, people from different countries listing their business on the platform?
So now we're targeting Africans, Caribbeans, and African Americans. The majority for now is Cameroonian, just because I'm a Cameroonian, and you know how it goes. But we do have so many Nigerian businesses on the platform. We have some African Americans and Caribbean businesses as well. This is due to the fact that when we just launched Iwing Marketplace, not long after that, COVID came, and things were shut down. I mean, you know how it goes. Even though we didn't stop our activities, we're still making a lot of calls, and we're doing online interviews. You must have watched some of the interviews we have on our platform, Iwing Marketplace Chit Chat, Iwing Marketplace Highlight, and stuff like that.
I see that on Instagram all the time.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's how it is.
Interesting. And for the businesses that have been listed on the platform, what has been the feedback that you've been getting from the business owners?
Oh wow, we've gotten so many positive feedback. I think it's been amazing. We have vendors like Lily Binglow of the Art. She's made even a video and share on her platform, calling people to join Iwing Marketplace, telling them that most of our clients have come from Iwing Marketplace. And we also have Stanleon Clothing. It's a business based in Maryland. They've had so many clients from Iwing Marketplace. We have many of those businesses, like most of the you go to the food item categories, you see so many of these businesses. And when you go to our Instagram and Facebook, you see so many reviews that people have given. There are just so many. If I start calling the names, it will take a longer time. But I mean, I really do appreciate all the people that are giving us these reviews, and I appreciate all the people that have listed so far, you know, because Iwing Marketplace is not free, you know, people get paid to be listed. So just for them giving you your money, you know, they already see the value of what you're doing, you know. Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. I love this. I love success stories. And what are some social media strategies that you can recommend to entrepreneurs?
So social media, I like to tell people this. Social media is just a tool that you must utilize. You have to choose some of the platforms. You know, you can't be all because it's like very challenging to manage or to be all, except maybe you're outsourcing. You know what I mean? But I always tell people to, you know, choose the platform that you're comfortable with. Like, you know, also choose the platform where you can reach most of your target audience. Take, for example, there are some platforms that I don't normally use, but I know for people who are into interior design, fashion and different stuff like that, Pinterest is a really a good platform for that, you know. But I normally will not be on Pinterest because I don't see it's a lot of work, you know. So for me, you know, I choose the ones that I know you are essential to what I do. So like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you know, they're very, very vital to me. You know, YouTube, I tell everybody you must be on YouTube. You know, YouTube is I don't know the statistics, but quite a good number of users or people are using YouTube to search for information, just like they're using Google.
That's right.
So YouTube has a competitive advantage or an advantage for businesses because, you know, it gives you the possibility to explain things using videos. And that's what people love. Take, for example, if you want to learn how to, let's say, braid hair, where do you go to?
YouTube.
Right. So if you're a
All the
business
time.
owner, you're not on YouTube, you're missing out.
That's right. Makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense.
Instagram, if you're targeting, if your demography or if you're targeting young people that are like 18 years to, let's say, 35, 40, or 45, you want to be on Instagram. Most of those people are on Instagram. So those young people are on Instagram all the time, you know, and there are new platforms that have come up now. To me, it's a whole lot of work. I'll probably just put myself there, but I don't put more emphasis on it. Like TikTok, it's a very powerful platform if you want to use
Yeah, it
if
is.
you want to reach younger generations that are like from 18 years or to like 25, 30. You want to reach them on TikTok, Snapchat, you know, right. And then Facebook is for the old schools like me, people who have white hair on their chin. You can reach a lot of older folks on Facebook, as well as you can reach younger people on Facebook, you know. And one of the most important thing about this platform is to know how to utilize it. It's not just posting and doing all the stuff, but, you know, they all have their own rules. Take, for example, Instagram. If you're posting 1 minute video on Instagram, 2 minutes on Instagram, your content will do well. Because most people that come to Instagram, they have short attention span. So they're looking for just 1 minute, or TikTok is less than 1 minute. It's like 30
15
seconds,
seconds.
you know, 40 seconds. Facebook, 1 minute to 3 minutes to 4 minutes content, video content. I emphasize on video because video is very powerful. You know, I see a lot of people sometimes they share content, but they share mostly pictures. They don't share video. You know, video help to build trust. Video
Yeah.
content help to build trust easily. So it's very, very vital to share video. So I think I've given you a rundown of, the various platforms and, how to utilize them, and quality also is very important. If you're a restaurant owner and you're using this platform like Instagram and Facebook to, market your services, you have to remember that people eat based on the picture they see. If you put poor quality pictures, people will look at your food and like, I'm not gonna eat that shit.
That's true.
But if your quality of pictures or video is good, I don't say it should be like crystal clear one. No, I mean, if it's bright and, looking nice, and your food also will look attractive. The same thing if you're making handbag, if you're making shoes, if you're making different stuff, you want to make it easier for people to buy from you by posting at least some quality that is acceptable. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Trust me. Especially when you're talking about the video, the length of a video. If someone
Right.
sends a video to me and it's more than 30 seconds, 45 seconds, sorry, I'm not watching it. If you send a very lengthy article to me and it's not interesting, sorry, I don't read it. Because what I always tell my friends is I have a little bit of background in marketing. I tell my
Wow.
friends is what I tell my friends is that there are so many social media platforms and there's a lot of distraction on the internet. So if you are not able to target your clients and give them what they want, you are going to be losing out on a lot because there is Instagram, there's Facebook, there's TikTok. You want to go here and do this, you want to go there. So it really has to be specific, straight to the point, and just hit your target. Yeah. So
Yeah, and to add on that, like I didn't mention about YouTube. YouTube goes well with long videos as well as short videos. But then the most important thing to take note of is the content of the video. If people start watching it the first 1 minute and it's boring, of course they're gonna skip it. So you may have the views, but it doesn't mean people are watching to the end.
that's right.
So, the content of the video that you're sharing, it must be fun. It must be teaching something, it should make people laugh, and, when you are able to create, I mean, that's what I do for most of my clients, apart from Iwing Marketplace, in my consulting business, that's Ivan Consulting and Training. I help people create videos to showcase their products and services, And right, some of the videos are long because there's just no way you can cut it short, right? But I try to make sure that if it's long, it's entertaining, it will make people laugh, and people learn something new. So at the end of the day, we still have like 1 hour video, and when I go to my KPI, to check the performance, I will see that a lot of people watch till the end, and most of the clients always come back to me and like, man, that video you created, you don't know what it did to me. I've had so many customers, they came to me, they didn't even ask any question. They just paid their money and said, oh, they watched your video on Iwing Marketplace with Ivan. It was beautiful. They could understand your business. So yeah. That's how
Interesting.
powerful social media is. And one thing you should take note of, things have changed. Back in the days, people would move. Take, for example, let's look at Boya. You may want to buy a dress for a party, right? And, back in the days, there's no social media. So you have to go from one shop to the other, trying to look for
Dress you want.
beautiful dress. Nowadays, people don't move like that with social media. When people want to buy something, they go on Instagram, they come to Iwing Marketplace, they look at different vendors, and they go to their social media, their Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and look at the options that they have. And until they find something that they like, before they can call you or visit your shop. So things have changed. So it's very, very important for small business owners to utilize this platform, because people would always check it first. And even if I'm asked for referral, Let's say, take for example, Karen Boutique, is selling snails, and I want to eat snails. And I asked maybe a friend to refer me to somebody, and they send me to Karen Boutique or Karen Restaurant, right? I won't just rush to your place. I'll first type on Instagram to
see
see,
what comes up.
right? And if I find your Facebook or Instagram, I will have to scan through your pictures and look at the quality and stuff like that. That's the way I'll be able to judge if your place is clean, if you're trustworthy, if it worth my time to come there. So if
Interesting.
you're not on this platform, you're making a big mistake. And if you are not on Iwing Marketplace, also how will people find you before they can even look at your social media? Because in order for people to find you, you need to do paid advertising. A lot of people don't know that. They always say, Facebook is free, Instagram is free. Yes, it's free, right? It's free to create a profile. But to make your profile work for you, you need to spend money for advertising. That's you run Facebook ads, you run Instagram ads. Then you can reach people that are not among your followers. If you don't spend that money, you create content and the same people will be seeing all the time. And trust me, the same people seeing all the time. It's just like you're not reaching new customers. For you to be able to sell your product, you need to reach as many new customers as possible.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not reaching new customers, your business would obviously progress backward because your content will be targeted to the same people all the time.
Yeah, interesting. Thank you so much for those tips. Before we continue, I just want to say that some people have joined of recent. I just want to let those who joined of recent know that today we are talking about Iwing Marketplace, and we have Ivan here, who is a CEO and founder of Iwing Marketplace, which is a mobile application as well as a website where entrepreneurs can list their businesses on there. For example, if you're a hairdresser, or you will do event
There are,
planning, any kind of business that you do, you can go on the website and list your business, and then clients can find you from there. And we have businesses from all parts of the world listed on Iwing Marketplace. So those of us who are abroad and you want to go back home, let's say you want to go and do your fancy wedding and you need a wedding planner back home, you can find them on Iwing Marketplace. You don't need to call people. It's just go online and you get them, and it's so professional. Okay, I just want to also mention that if anyone has a question, you can put them on the chat, or you can raise your hand and then we are going to give you the opportunity to ask your question. Or if you have any contribution, go ahead and put it in the chat. And the website is also listed on the chat, iwingmarketplace.com. Okay. On to our next question. What are some of the resources that have helped you as an entrepreneur that you can recommend to others?
How can I resources that have helped me? So a lot of things that I do is from past experience and from reading a lot of different books, But the difference is that sometimes you read a book, right? But you still need to go out to implement and do your own research, and before you can get results. Because a lot of time, there are many people who like, oh, I want to start a business. I'm just going to read, watch YouTube, go to Google and stuff like that. And then at the end of the day, they probably don't start the business, So I always encourage people, go out there and start with what you have, So for me, the resources that I have, right, I can say the people that I work with are like a key resource. Like I have young developers that I brought in to work with me, and most of them are like, I mean, very, very intelligent. Like they have, I think the main person who is the developer, and at the same time at the back end admin. He graduated from Jomo Kenyatta University with very good GPA in maths and statistics and computer with an IT, and he didn't even focus only on his studies. Even while he was studying, he was already attending different boot camps to learn how to, create mobile apps, create websites and stuff like that from scratch, like using the latest technology like React Native. Iwing Marketplace is built on React Native. It's the same technology that Facebook and Google are utilizing. So I would say that the best resources are my team and investment that I made in myself, because my early age, I did learn a lot when it comes to business and taking part in running my parents' business and being there with them and my uncle. I did learn a lot, and I went to UB, University of Boya. I had my bachelor's degree from there. I did a lot of research during those years. I also went to an American university, it's called Webster University, to do my MBA. I mean, that's a huge investment. So all of this knowledge that I got, are the resources that are making a difference. That's why we're able to power this kind of operation, and it will feel like we're not doing anything, like it's very easy. But trust me, it's it's not that easy. It's a lot of work and a lot of yeah, being persistent, and God is also the ultimate resource, because without good health, without the knowledge, you can't be able to do this, So we give credit and thanks to God and everyone that have been part of this team,
Interesting. Are you hiring right now? That's just
Yeah,
an aside.
I always, that's a good question, actually, even though you laugh at it, it's a joke, But you're a marketer. One thing a lot of young people don't understand is that, working in marketing and sales, right, depends on your output. You hardly find somebody working in the marketing and sales that they have a fixed salary. The company will hire you, and if they put you in a stipend or maybe a salary, right, your performance will tell how long you stay in that position. If they pay you for 3 months, 4 months, no results, you're out, just like this, So yeah, I'm always looking for, like, one of my greatest wish is to really capture North America, that's include Canada. So you're very, very, I mean, I'm happy you have marketing skills. You should join me and let's work together. So, what I do is based on commission, so you can make even $10,000 in a month based on your strategies that you put forward and how you're able to accomplish, Take, for example, you're not only limited to Canada. If you're working with me, you can bring clients from the US or all over the world, So if you're a good salesperson, you contact people every day, and when they list their business, you get a bonus from each client that lists their business, like a healthy amount, And when you add it up, at the end of the month, you may be surprised how much you can make.
Sure.
Well, you can contact me
Definitely.
after this, and I'll explain better to you, But I need a lot of people. Of course, if you want to go far, you can't go by yourself. You have to go with people. So this is the platform, which is huge. It's not only for me. I need many people to join me, so we can all make money. We can all grow this platform to make it bigger and bigger.
Interesting. I love that. Okay, Lady Abba has some questions that I'll ask you before we continue, so I don't forget. The first question is, nice meeting you, Ivan. Are you able to advise on the number of businesses on your app right now?
So we have a little bit over 1,000 businesses. It's not free, unlike Facebook and Instagram, where you can just create an account. We do screen before we put business on the platform, or sometimes people go on the platform themselves, make their payment and list their businesses if they see the categories there that they can fit in, But yeah, we have over 1,000 businesses, and most of all the businesses, have to pay subscription fees because it's a subscription-based platform. The subscription that they pay enable us to, invest in marketing the platform, because we do a lot. We travel to different states. When there's an event in Maryland, we sponsor some of those events. We go there to talk about the platform. We share flyers to many more new people to know about the platform. And, we create a lot of content like videos, live interviews, so yeah, the platform is well known. I will guarantee you that a lot of people know about Iwing Marketplace now.
Okay, and her second question is, for people interested in joining the app, that's for entrepreneurs interested in listing their businesses, what does it take? And are you able to share some success metrics and some of the value added for a business owner?
So, yeah, you can go, if you want to add your business, the quickest way to do it, is just submit the contact form. It's at the bottom of the website. So when you submit the contact, you go to contact and submit the form. When you submit the form, I'll be able to, one of my team members will be able to scan through your business and see if it's legitimate. Before then, we can go ahead and list the business. But before we list the business, there are several ways you can pay for our subscription. So you can either pay for the subscription on the platform itself, Iwing Marketplace, or you can pay through one of our payment methods. It could be PayPal, it could be Cash App or Zelle, But yeah, again, advertising is not guaranteed. Just like Facebook won't guarantee you that if you run ads, you'll get this number of clients, right? If you run ads of Instagram, it's not a guarantee that you will get this number of clients, right? But again, if you don't invest in advertisement, how will people even know you exist? And even when you invest and advertise your business on Iwing Marketplace, right? You have thousands of people, seeing your business, looking at your website or your social media links, right? But then, we cannot control if they will buy from you or not, because, buying from you will depend on your prices. It will depend on your customer services. It will depend on so many different things, So our job is to make sure that you have leads, is to make sure that people are seeing your business. Not any kind of persons, but people who actually have a problem that is related to your business and are looking for solutions. So take, for example, each time somebody comes to hair braider on Iwing Marketplace, right? There's 80% possibilities they want somebody to braid their hair and they're ready to pay. So being on Iwing Marketplace, you are being seen by people who have a big need for your product or services. Yeah.
That's right. Okay. And I also want to add that Ivan mentioned at the start that he is also a consultant. So apart from Iwing Marketplace, he can also provide consultancy services to entrepreneurs. So apart from listing your business on the marketplace, he can also help you provide services like marketing strategies, helping you in shooting and producing your videos for your business.
Creating a website for your business, helping you to create a social media strategy, sales strategy, and teach you a lot of simple techniques that can help you to save costs and make your business profitable.
Okay, thank you. I'm happy you just mentioned customer service because that's going to be my next question. One challenge back home is customer service. It's really, it's not easy. And then when we come here, the experience is different. I remember when I can't remember when I just came to Canada a few years ago. I went somewhere and I was already panicking because back home, when you're going to, let's say, like a government office or somewhere, you're just panicking before you even get there because the people sometimes they can be rude sometimes. So I came here with that mentality and I discovered that it's totally different. So I would love to know your perspective on, because I know customer service is really, really important in business, right? That's what helps you to keep your customers and also help with word of mouth marketing. So what's your take on customer service within the immigrant community, given that you're working with immigrant businesses owned by immigrant, right? Majority of the time. What's your opinion about the way they go about handling customer service?
Oh, that's a very good question. And that's actually a big, a problematic area in our community, And the reason it's like that is because so many people are skilled in what they do in their trade. I don't know if I mentioned that before, right? But they are not skilled in the other areas that can help them grow the business, which is very normal, because we don't know it all. I don't know everything, nobody knows it all. We learn every day, and so, but customer service is very, very important. It's vital. Customers will make your business and will break your business. How you respond to clients will determine if your business will last. Because one unhappy client, trust me, as they are leaving your shop, they're just calling people to vent and say nasty thing about your business. Don't go to this business. That business owner, he's very rude. He's very strange. They'll give all kind of negative reviews. And trust me, people listen to that. Yeah, but like you said, even back home, it's even worse. Not even only in the government, but in many business places, people don't care. They just do whatever they want to do and stuff like that. And I mean, the thing is that ignorance is a crime. You pay for the crime because it will soon catch up with you. But businesses that do understand that customer service is everything, they put in place better strategies, and you see them growing. So yeah, with Ivan Consulting and Training, I've been able to train so many business owners, on how to, come out with a good customer service strategy, how to create system that can help, serve your customer better. Because if you look at big companies like T-Mobile, you look at the banks like American banks and Chase banks and all of that. Every day, they're spending millions of dollars to research on how they can better serve their customers, to develop applications to better serve their customers and stuff like that. But as a small business owner, we don't have money for even training, for even the basic, talk less of paying our overhead costs, rents and utilities. We don't have that. So it makes it very, very tight, But yeah, the good thing about it is that a lot of businesses, a lot of people are understanding that they need to do better with customer service, especially Iwing Marketplace. Me and my team, we get to speak to a lot of people, and each time they call, we always giving them the best service, so people are now seeing the benefits of good customer service. So lately, I think I've had more than 30 of my clients contacted me to create them a system where they can better serve their customers, So as a result, I put in place different systems, to help them. So that's how people are seeing the relevance of having good customer service. And it's thankful to many young people out there. I don't know if you've heard about Shelima Show. She has a platform where she's training entrepreneurs on many different topics. She's a young Cameroonian based in Ghana, but goes back and forth between Ghana and Cameroon to create all this training, And you have so many of business meetings nowadays that are helping entrepreneurs, to better improve on operations, customer service, and a lot of different stuff. So I think this is a moment where you'll be seeing a lot of changes. You've seen a lot of positive things. There's a lot of movement going on as we speak, But for Cameroonian government, I think they are shifting now because, if you see Samuel Eto'o just became the president of FECAFOD, and he's been putting a lot of different strategies in place to, mitigate on corruption, on people coming to work late, on many different stuff, And I'm pretty sure different state organs or ministries will emulate that, The passport also, I think they're doing better in order to facilitate, make it easier for people to get passports and stuff like that. We're getting there. I mean, I must admit, it's not easy. Rome was not built in a day, and we each have to do our own part, to make it possible.
Okay. One important question I was going to ask, because I remember when I discovered Iwing Market Place, it's been like almost 2 years now. I saw one of your videos posted by a Cameroonian blogger on Instagram, and that was how I discovered you. And I happen to be an investor in a big business back home, and the lady makes these beaded footwear. So I went and told her, oh, this is a good platform to advertise your business. But she kind of hesitated a little bit, or is still hesitant, because she said the main problem is logistics. Like, how, if someone from the US wants to buy a pair of slippers, how do we manage shipping? It's expensive, and if you want to do express shipping, it's even more expensive. So do you have this kind of other businesses or entrepreneurs who have this kind of challenges, and how do you solve that?
So lately, I interviewed a young entrepreneur. She's based in Nigeria. She's a Cameroonian, and she makes wigs. Her business name is Lanance. Yeah, in the course of the interview, he shared how he's been able to send a lot of our wigs to the US. Her business name is Lanance Beauty Wall. She's in the wigs category. She's a wig maker, right? So she said she was able to partner with DHL, that DHL has a special rate that they give to entrepreneurs if you sign up for a certain package. So as a result, she's able to send things to the US at a much cheaper rate. I think that's one of the things people should explore, But I will guarantee you that there are lots of businesses between the US and Cameroon, So people use many different means, some people ship directly, they take the things to the airport and go to the airlines. They have a shipping method that they told me to use. Some other people would always ask for people traveling and give them a bike, and there are many different ways people are making it work.
Interesting. Okay,
I think in future we'll come out with something like what Jeff Bezos is doing, with Amazon, where
Amazon.
we have a method that we can assure that, okay, people can ship things through our system and people get it, in different countries. We're working on that. That's $1 million project, and every day we're getting closer to our dream.
Interesting. That's interesting. Thank you so much. Um, please don't forget to type your question, and or if you want to ask a question, just raise your hand up, and then we are going to ask you to unmute yourself and ask your question. Or if you have any contribution, you can do the same thing as well. Thank you. On to my next question. I know most businesses nowadays, they have mobile applications. Like any business that wants to be on social media, wants to thrive, they have like mobile applications that make it easier to be able to reach their clients. So I know you've been working with businesses owned by Blacks predominantly. What are your thoughts, or what's your feedback with regards to mobile application development within the Black community, within Black-owned businesses?
Well, it's very, very vital to have a system in place that will make your clients buy from you easily. And mobile application, like you said, is one of the very effective way to do that, because mobile applications are easy to manipulate, and they're very fast and different stuff like that, But with the African and community and the Black community, we're still in the phase where people are still trying to get used to, utilizing mobile app for businesses, So in order to make it in this with a mobile app for your business, then your app should be very relevant, like what Iwing Marketplace is doing. We're solving a lot of different problems, and apart from just listing businesses on the app, it's a search engine, because nowadays people are looking for the fastest ways to find information. So if your app is not really, really relevant, it becomes very, very difficult for you to even get people download it, But the one most important thing I would like to mention is that, to grow any business, right, you need a lot of capital. You know what I mean? So, I mean, depending on your credit line or the investor that you have, right, you can create those platforms, but if you don't have a lot of money or investors that will help you to market it, you won't survive for too long. So in the Black community, or African community as well, there are so many few tech platforms that actually made it. I mean, there's one Nigerian guy, I've forgotten the name, but he's the founder of how do you call that app? It's a booking app where you can book stuff. I think the name, it sounds like calendar something.
Oh,
Or
Calendly.
Calendly, right. You see, so those are the businesses that have actually, it's very successful. Very, very successful. You have another Cameroonian who developed a platform that helps pharmacies to deliver drugs to their patients. I think it's called Pills to Me or something like that. He's doing a great job. I mean, there are so many things going on that I may not be aware of, but I just think there are a lot of people that have tried stuff, and they underestimated how much it will cost to market those platforms. Like in my consulting, those are one of the things I do a lot. I work with people who have like tech platform, to help them to grow their businesses, with the tight budget that they are working with. I
Thank
hope I
you.
was able to answer that question.
Sure, you did. And we are just counting down. We have just 10 more minutes left. Just want to remind everyone that if you have a question, please put it in the chat or raise your hand up, and we're going to give you the opportunity to ask your question. What advice would you give to people interested in entrepreneurship? I know it's not an easy journey. It's not like the way we see Jeff Bezos going to the moon and all of that. It's really, really challenging. So what advice would you give those who are interested?
On the contrary, right, entrepreneurship is one of the easiest things you can do. It all boils down to, how fast you're able to learn. If you're a quick learner and you're able to adapt and you're innovative, you always excel in entrepreneurship or anything you do. Of course, you're going to meet challenges when you start, but, your success depends on how creative you are, how you can innovate, how you can adapt. So if I have to advise anybody, I just have one thing that I usually tell people, when you start up a business, right? Listen, keep your ears wide open, ask a lot of questions to people who have done it before. People who have done things that you're doing before, ask them different questions. No question is stupid, So they'll give you their answers, and make sure you start, because there are so many people who have ideas. Every day they're talking about the ideas and they're not taking any action. So even when you do that research, you speak to people and they give you their ideas, their opinion and stuff like that. What you do with the data that you've collected matters a lot. You have to put it in practice. So you have to start.
Wow.
And trust me, when you're starting, you don't need an expensive website. You don't need to spend a whole lot of money. I've seen people who started and they have not even proven their concept or maybe test their product or stuff like that. They've already rented a big office, hired many people sitting there, spend like $2,000 to build a website and all of that, and then when the business starts and then they realize, oh shit, this is not what I want to do. But the good thing about those kind of mistakes is that next time you're doing something, you already have that experience. You won't make that mistake again. So it's good to make those mistakes, but don't give up, don't stop there if you fail, because failure just means you're trying. It means you're trying to improve yourself. It means you're trying to do something. He who hasn't failed hasn't done anything,
That's right.
And one of the most important thing also when you start your business, right? And that's where Iwing Marketplace come in. People are not gonna discover you easily. You have to invest in marketing and advertisement. You have to, there's something that they call go-to-market, your go-to-market strategy. How do you want customers to find you? So you either put yourself on different social media platforms, you either put yourself on a platform, and so this is the thing. Some people are like, oh, I'm already on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. I don't need to put my business on Iwing Marketplace, So you have to utilize all the platforms that your customers are likely to visit. And if you're an African based in the US, or based back home, one of your biggest bet is Iwing Marketplace, because that's one of the most popular platforms. That's where many people come to look for things. So remember this: if you are the best cake seller in Boya or in Maryland, right, and you don't advertise yourself, right, nobody will know about you, and you won't make any money. So advertisement is very, very important. I wish people could really pay attention. Because if they can pay attention, they'll realize that, you know, without advertisement, you're not going to make money. No way. Because sometimes I see people spend a lot of money to start up a business, right? But then they don't allocate budget for advertisement. And then 3 months, 4 months down the road, the business is closed down. And when you ask them what happened, they'll say, oh, nobody supported me. No, people were ready to support you, but they don't know you exist. Where did you advertise your business? Which strategy did you use? How much did you allocate? How much budget did you have for advertisement? Because it's very simple, right? If you are in business and you want to make $20,000, you must invest $5,000 for advertisement or more. You can't make $20,000 without investing at least $5,000 for advertisement, or even $3,000 or even $2,000. So a lot of people, you know, underestimate that. They always think like, oh, I'm going to start up this business. You know, I'm going to make this money and stuff like that. Oh, if this friend can do it, I can do it also. But you don't realize that maybe that friend is been in the game for so many times. Maybe they've done like, they started like 6 or 8 businesses, so they know the game. So they know advertisement is the key. So I don't underestimate Iwing Marketplace. We're very powerful because if you advertise on Facebook or you advertise on Google, right? Mark Zuckerberg will not fly out to come and meet you and do a video for you, you know, but they'll take your money, you know. I go out to the community, meet small business owners, talk to them, give them all kind of advice, you know, from my studies and experience over 20 years of period of time. It may sound easy when I say things to them, but those are things that I've put into practice, and it's very, very successful, you know. So those are the advantages people get when they're dealing with Iwing Marketplace. You know, they get to meet my team, they get to meet me, you know, get the first-hand information on how to improve their business, how to market their business effectively. You can't beat that. So those are the things that can help entrepreneurs who are starting to grow, knowing that they have to take action. They have to advertise their business, and they have to put their business on Iwing Marketplace because it helps them to reach new customers. The same people will not buy from you every day. Some will even move out of the city. New competitors will come in. People will run to them, you know, so your market share will reduce. So if you're not if you're not in a platform like Iwing Marketplace where many people are coming to search for things every day, how will new people find you? So another example, Iwing Marketplace, right? It's just like when you go to Munya Market. Why do people go to Munya Market? Because they know people will come from Muyuka, people will come from Kumba, people will come from Mutengene, people will come from Boya, all everywhere, you know, to look for things. So they know if they go to Munya Market every day, they'll meet new people. So when your business is on Iwing Marketplace, right? You're guaranteed that every day new customers will discover you.
Interesting. So we have 3 comments here from NG, but before I read, I just want to ask one question. Otherwise, I might lose my thought. So talking about advertising on Iwing Marketplace, I know there is a cost for that. It's not free. About listing your business, there is a cost. And we have businesses from back home being listed and businesses from here. And I know businesses here, the entrepreneurs, the business owners, they earn in terms of dollars. And people back home earn in our local currency, which is not as valuable as the dollars. So when you're pricing these entrepreneurs to list their businesses, do you take that into consideration, or does everyone pay the same price to be listed?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know, we take that into consideration. That's why we have the contact form.
Okay.
Because when you fill out the form, we're able to assess your business, you know, And based on your geographic location, right, we can know, how much to charge you and what method you can use in paying. Because take, for example, back home, most people don't have credit card and stuff like that, So, they get to pay us through Momo. We give them an account where they can pay and send us the receipt immediately or at their business. So yeah, people back home, they don't pay like people abroad. People back home, they pay relatively very affordable subscription fees based on their business, because there are some business back home that are even making more money than businesses abroad, like construction
That's
and
true.
different stuff like that.
That's true. Okay. Let me go to Angie's question. In my opinion, a lot of entrepreneurs in our community are not very willing or patient with helping others grow or giving advice to beginners. They are just interested in the money, even when they know you are just starting and cannot afford much. They are not interested with helping, even to give out simple information. Are you different?
So thanks so much for that, whoever said that. If you go to my YouTube, Ivan Consulting and Training, or you go to Iwing Marketplace YouTube, or any of the social media, when you scan through, you see a lot of helpful information that I post every day, to support entrepreneurs, And then yeah, when I come out live like this, I mean, it's to give out, and this is one of the ways I get to keep in touch with the community, share ideas to them, because if you follow up what I've said in this conversation, right? I mean, this is a Harvard level, a Harvard business discussion we're having here, based on something that has been, an idea that has been conceptualized, built, and it's actually been helping thousands of people to make their life easy. So yes, I do a lot to help my community, to grow, because if people don't start businesses, how do I get businesses on Iwing Marketplace? So it's a win-win situation. And most people, my number is out there. People reach out to me almost every day. We've been speaking, I had to put my phone on silence. People still send me messages at midnight from Cameroon when they're getting up. People constantly in the US sending messages to ask 1 or 2 questions. And believe me, I do a lot of pro bono, meaning I do a lot of stuff without charging people, just so I'm helping.
Okay. I know we are 2 minutes above time. I just want to ask one last question. Any final remarks before we leave?
So I'm glad like we have a good number of people out there. I mean, I wasn't even expecting this, because I asked you, do you guys have a Facebook page? You said, no, we don't have a Facebook page. We have a Facebook group and stuff like that, just to
WhatsApp
tell
group.
you that, I don't look down on people or stuff like that. I came happily that, even if it's one person or 2 people, I'll share what we have and I'll be very happy about that. And I wasn't even expecting to see more than 10 people, and I see we have a lot of people. So, I want to thank everybody that, came to this live. I mean, it means a lot, it's just like when you have a wedding party or birthday party and you send out invitation and nobody comes, you should be worried, like, what kind of person am I, And also, join me, let's build this platform, let's just collaborate, it's not okay for us to just come and then watch the live and go. We have to take action, Right now, Iwing Marketplace is in a phase where we're trying to grow our various channels, especially the YouTube. So I really appreciate, if you guys can all subscribe to the YouTube channel and encourage your friends to subscribe, because I will assure you one of the most powerful ways that I'm supporting my community is to go out to different states and interview people so we can share their story on Iwing Marketplace, YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, and all those places. Because I don't want it to be like I'm the only one saying things and the only one with knowledge. I mean, we all are gifted. Everybody right here watching this channel, we all have, you know, gift that God gave us, you know. So we are all very smart. We're very intelligent people, you know. So the blessing doesn't have to come from one person, you know. Join me in Iwing Marketplace. Let's partner together wherever you are. There are so many people you know who are running small businesses, and there are so many people that maybe have not heard about Iwing Marketplace. We need to join, spread the information, you know, bring people on board. Whatever they pay, we get a commission from it, and we grow. But again, visit the platform. Make sure you download the app. You know, make sure you look for small businesses that you can support because they also need us, you know. Again, I really appreciate everyone coming out to this.
Could you remind us? Could you remind us the name of your YouTube channel?
Iwing Marketplace YouTube channel. Still, as long as when you type Iwing Marketplace, Marketplace is one word.
Okay.
Iwing Marketplace, it will just appear. So please share to your friends to go subscribe. There are many, many videos there. If you go through some of the videos, trust me, the knowledge that are in those videos, sometimes I interview people, I get emotional. I don't even know I will hug them. Like, man, how can you be so intelligent? You know, people be sharing authentic information. Like the last interview I had in Maryland with Beta Ekoko, she's the founder of Pretty Slave Bro. I will encourage everybody to go watch that interview. That interview, I mean, it was so powerful. You know, her energy was on point. You know, she shared a lot of vital information.
I watched it. It was so interesting.
Oh, I'm glad you watched it. Thanks so much. You know, and next time, I mean, I know you shared, but when you watch it, you know,
yeah, that's
if
right.
you didn't
That's right.
share, make sure you share because I mean, that's one of the best ways to support the small businesses. You know, sometimes it's not only just buying from them, but helping to share their content. Trust me, it's priceless. And never forget someone who share or just comment or even like something that I do.
That's right. Thank you so much. So lesson for the day, let's all share. Let's go on YouTube and check out Iwing Marketplace, subscribe to the channel, watch the videos, share, and invite entrepreneurs to list their businesses on the platform, and we'll get our commission, extra cash, side hustle. I just want to say thank you to everyone who has been here to the end. Thank you to our guest, Ivan. Thank you for taking out the time to talk to us about Iwing Marketplace. Thank you to Lady Abba, to Anna, to Claire, Max, Angie, Peggy, Valerie, and Kelly. Thank you so much, and I wish you all a very, very pleasant weekend. Bye.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate the invitation. This has been really wonderful. I'm really happy to meet this new group of people. I mean, my number is on Iwing Marketplace, Instagram, and everywhere. Connect with me, please. Let's keep this conversation going. Thanks and bye.